All Hoops Podcast.
All right, so we're diving into some serious NBA drama today, folks, and I love this stuff. We're talking Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
Uh-huh.
This recent article we've got, it's basically throwing gasoline on an already simmering fire.
Yeah, no kidding. It's
ready.
got the whole league buzzing, that's for sure.
Is there really trouble in paradise, or is this all just media hype to get us clicking?
Yeah.
What's the real story here?
Well, the thing is, this goes deeper than just some off-season gossip. We got to go back to Pat Riley, right? Remember his whole keep your mouth shut comment?
Oh, yeah, back in May.
May, exactly. And let's be real, that was 100% aimed at Butler.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There was no mistaking who he was talking about.
Mhm.
And then Butler comes back in December with that "I'm just focused on basketball" line.
Right.
It just felt, I don't know, kind of passive-aggressive to me. Like a little jab back at Riley.
It definitely had that vibe.
Yeah.
And, you can't really blame people for reading into it, especially given Butler's history.
Oh, yeah, he's not exactly known for shying away from conflict.
Yeah, exactly. This is the guy who went toe-to-toe with KT and Wiggins in Minnesota. He demands accountability from himself and everyone else. And that kind of intensity, it can rub some people the wrong way.
Especially someone like Pat Riley. I mean, this is a guy who benched Shaq for being out of shape.
Exactly. Riley's all about discipline. He's built a whole culture around winning and doing things his way.
Right.
So yeah, when you get a strong personality like Butler who maybe pushes back against that, it's going to create some sparks.
Mhm.
And this tension, I think it's fueling all those trade rumors that are flying around.
Yeah, that's the other big piece of this puzzle, right? This article mentions all these conflicting reports. Some sources are saying Butler wants out, while the Heat keep saying they're committed to him. What are we supposed to believe?
Honestly, it feels like both sides are playing poker a little bit, right? Don't forget Butler's contract is coming up. He's got that player option for next season.
A cool $40 million if he takes it.
Exactly. So if he opts out, Miami's got all this cap space suddenly, but they also risk losing him for nothing.
So it's not just about wanting to keep him. It's about whether they can even afford to.
Exactly. And meanwhile, the Heat are out there, what are they, 16 and 14?
Yeah, not terrible, but not exactly setting the world on fire.
Right. And that brings us to the big question. Is this core good enough to win a title? Butler's playing great, but he can't do it all himself. The roster's getting older. They don't have a ton of draft picks to play with. The East is only getting more competitive.
I mean, you mentioned a win-now trade. Sacrificing some future potential for a shot at a championship this year. But is that even realistic? Do they have the assets to actually make a move that would really move the needle?
Tough one to answer. They'd have to get pretty creative.
Yeah.
Maybe find a team desperate to dump salary or a disgruntled star who wants
Yeah.
a change of scenery.
So what you're saying is they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, pretty much. Keep Butler, hope this roster can pull off a miracle run,
Right.
or trade him and maybe signal a full-on rebuild. Tough choices.
And the clock is ticking too, trade deadline's looming.
Yeah.
Then Butler's got that player option decision to make.
It's going to be a wild few months in Miami, that's for sure.
So we've got this tension brewing between Butler and Riley. Trade rumors are flying.
Yeah.
The Heat are stuck in this weird limbo trying to figure out their future. It's messy, and I have no idea how it's all going to shake out.
That's what makes it so compelling, right?
Yeah.
High stakes, no easy answers. Every little move, every comment is going to be scrutinized. It's going to be a fascinating ride.
It really is. And you know what? I'm curious what our listeners think. Put yourself in Jimmy Butler's shoes for a second. Would you stay in Miami and try to make it work?
Mm-hmm.
Or would you push for a trade and try to find a situation that might be a better fit? It's a decision that could change not just his career, but the whole landscape of the league.
Absolutely.
Something to think about. Until next time, folks, keep diving deep.